When born into royalty, it doesn't matter what kind of life you're used to. You're forced to step up, grow up, and eventually stand on your own. This is how we know Queen Elizabeth II. Although she has recently passed on, she will forever be an indelible mark on history as one of the most amazing and possibly controversial figures in history. Join us now for Liber-Tea as we deep dive into this incredible woman's childhood and beginnings. Subscribe, like, share, and comment as you discover with us. Queen Elizabeth II was the longest reigning British monarch, having held the position since the 6th of February 1952. Elizabeth was born on the 21st of April 1926 and was 96 years old when she passed away. She was married to Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, since 1947 and has 4 children: Charles, Anne, Andrew, and Edward. Elizabeth was the 3rd child of Albert, Duke of York, later George VI, and Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon. Before she was born, her mom and dad went out of their way to introduce her only to the choicest playmates. She grew up with a pony and learned to ride before she could walk. She had a tennis court in her backyard, a coach on every continent, and 3 private surf beaches ready at a moment's notice. When she was 5 years old, Elizabeth's mother took her to visit a school for disabled children. She had seen nothing like it ever before. The kids were sitting in their chairs and staring at the wall. They started reaching out to Elizabeth from across the room when they saw her. When she was just 10 years old, her father died and was succeeded by her older brother, who became King Edward VIII. When he abdicated the throne in 1936, Elizabeth's uncle Bertie assumed the title of George VI. During World War II, she was an active member of the Auxiliary Tutorial Service, ATS, and served as an ambulance driver during the London bombings. As was the tradition of most royals during her era, she was privately tutored at home. Elizabeth had lessons from 9:30 to 11 a.m. and then spent the rest of her day doing outdoor activities or learning dance, with a rest period for an hour and a half. She also learned royal etiquette from her mother and grandmother, Queen Mary, the consort of King George V. Of course, young Elizabeth also busied herself with animals, especially dogs and horses. She continued participating in various sporting activities, including hockey, swimming, and tennis, by winning prizes at every opportunity. Part of her education included traveling throughout Europe with her family while keeping up with her studies. Queen Elizabeth II was raised in an environment where her parents and teachers made sure that she was well educated before she took the throne at age 25. With the coronation of her father, King George VI, Princess Elizabeth's status changed. Over time, her personality developed too. Described as a girl as bright as an atom of radium, she was soon impressing observers with a very pleasing dignity and a certain thoughtfulness, a quiet pose that made her remarkable among other children. As her personality developed, so did her personhood. Queen Elizabeth II was a person who always strived to make other people like her, which is why she did not miss an opportunity to become a talented public speaker. Although the Queen can be defined as modest, she tried hard in every aspect of life and achieved many milestones, such as becoming Queen of England while also winning several awards. It is widely reported that on April 26, 1947, Queen Elizabeth II of England was walking on the grounds of Kensington Palace when she was introduced to Philip Mountbatten, a royal from Greece and the uncle of King George II. Queen Elizabeth II was just 19 years old when she met Prince Philip. There was 5 years age difference between them. Unlike any of her previous suitors, the prince had been away at war, and even as a young man, he was already a decorated veteran and seasoned naval officer. Despite her mother's initial reservations, they fell in love on his next visit to London. 5 months later, they were engaged. It wasn't until an official engagement announcement was made that word spread throughout the palace walls that this young princess would soon marry into royalty. Queen Elizabeth II's engagement to Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark was announced on the 24th of February, 1947. The couple were cousins, both being great-great-grandchildren of Queen Victoria. Having been born within a week of each other, they had known each other since childhood and married on the 20th of November, 1947, in Westminster Abbey with over 2,000 guests in attendance. Can you imagine how many wedding coordinators it took to pull off this marriage? Soon after this mega royal affair, she got pregnant with the first of her 4 children. There are many beliefs about what the queen should wear when she is pregnant, and to date, there's nothing definitive that provides an answer. However, the queen mum was rarely, if ever, seen photographed pregnant. It was considered undignified and unrefined at the time, and matters hardly befitting a queen. The queen has 4 children: Prince Charles, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew, and Prince Edward, each having children of their own and numerous scandals, some confirmed and some unconfirmed. Undoubtedly, her children grew up under close scrutiny and the ever-curious public eye. They still managed to lead somewhat everyday lives, though. They attended school like any other individuals and were free to make their own decisions when it came to their future careers. Elizabeth II was the reigning monarch of 16 sovereign states, including the United Kingdom and Canada. She was also the head of the 45-member Commonwealth of Nations, more than any other person. Queen Elizabeth II was the longest-serving monarch in the UK, who ruled for almost 64 years. She died at the age of 96. Her death was unexpected and sudden, as there were no prior warnings about her health condition before her death. For nearly all her reign, the Queen was known for taking a serious interest in government and political affairs. She was credited with modernizing many aspects of the monarchy apart from her ceremonial duties, and she took an active role in establishing new policies. Thank you for joining along with this episode of Liber-Tea. We hope you have enjoyed it. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment with other well-known or little-known facts about this remarkable woman's life. Feel free to share personal tidbits and always let us know what other episodes you would like Liber-Tea to share next. Thank you.